So on, you know what, just so I have this on my channel, I'm going to go here and we're going to go to Chops McGee, and we're going to go through a few steps on here to make him a little bit more sculptable. So what I'm going to do is start the draw menu here. And we're going to turn, you know what, we're just going to isolate his head right here. So we're going to go to Subtool, hold down Shift, turn everything off so we can just see his eyeball. Now we already have polygroups in here, kind of, that we can use that I think will work. But what we're going to do is we're going to hit Control W to make this all one polygroup. I'm going to give him a mouth bag, so we're going to go in here and we're going to grab a sphere, put this in here, and we're going to split mask points, and we're going to go into transparency mode, and I'm going to move this mouth bag underneath his head here, and we'll go ahead and scale this out. Okay, and since I inserted it on him, I can just control drag to go ahead and Dynamesh him, and we're going to go ahead and mask. If I go to transparency ghost, I can go through here and I can mask where that mouth will end up being, and then I can control tap to invert that, and I can use I guess not really a transpose line anymore, the gizmo to pull that out. So now when I go through here, I can create a mouth bag. If I want to see what this mouth bag is going to look like, we can go ahead and turn this to a subtractive mesh, turn on live boolean, and now you can see how that mouth bag is going to react with this geometry here. I can also go into solo mode here, and we can Dynamesh that. That'll help a little bit. So we can go through here, let me see, preferences, edit, turn off align cursor to surface, and we can move this up. I think that'll work. And we can also use, what's it called? Pinch here, or we can also just mask all this out. Go to solo mode, hit W, position your gizmo, and you can shrink this down here if you want, but I think that'll work. So what two different things I can do here. I can either take it out of live boolean and then just merge these things down and Dynamesh it together, and that'll cut that out as a Dynamesh mesh, or just with these two visible and live boolean showing, I can go down here to my boolean, hit make boolean mesh, and then I can go here, and now I have a boolean mesh with that other mesh cut out of it perfectly. I think I'm going to go that route. So I'm going to go here and insert my U mesh. Now I don't need my original mesh here, and I don't need my mouth bag anymore. And now I've got this guy's head. I'm going to go ahead and start breaking him up. I am going to raise that resolution just a tiny bit on him, just so I can get a little bit cleaner resolution on his face. And I'm also going to do a little bit of cleanup too. So I'm going to go into turn on X symmetry, and just in case I'll do a quick geometry modify topology mirror and weld, and we're going to use H polish to kind of polish him up a little bit, and any sort of major changes I want to make to him, I'm going to go ahead and inflate his nose up just a bit. And you know what, I'm going to fix, I think I went a little bit crazy on his nostrils here. And I'm also going to switch over to Smooth Stronger. And we're going to Damien Standard Brush. And also with the nostrils, you could, you know what, we might as well do that as well. So I'm going to go in here, I'm going to grab a sphere, and I'm going to stick him right up in his nose here. I'm going to do a quick split mask points here. And I'm going to go ahead and center these. And do it across local symmetry, that LSym, and that way it won't push and pull across the x-axis. And I'm going to go ahead and position these nostrils here, and we're going to use these to cut out of my mesh. And the reason I'm doing that is I'm looking for polygroups here. So I'm going to, again, drop this below, go to subtractive, have my live boolean turned on, and we can go ahead now and make our boolean mesh. And one more time, we'll go ahead and insert that last U mesh here, and then we can go ahead and delete. There we go. And then again, hit X to go across X symmetry here. And I suppose we could do the same thing for the eyeballs, but I think this one we can just manually do.